Identifying.
The king of cakes. Choppa for the win.
What's up, Chopper? Hey viewers of Cakes by Chopper, my name is Kevin and I run a short film YouTube channel called Future History Projects. My favorite superhero of all time is Spider-Man, and I'm absolutely amazed that you got your first Spider-Man cake to get over 20 million views. But come on man, that was a few years ago. I think you owe it to yourself and your fans to make an updated Spider-Man cake. So what do you say, Chopper? You up for the challenge?
Yes, I am, Kev. Thanks so much for that, man. So yeah, to celebrate 20 million views on my first Spider-Man cake, I'm absolutely blown away. Here you go, guys. Here's Spider-Man 2.0. What you're going to do is head over to the Cakes by Chopper Facebook page, print out the template, cut it out, place it on top of your cakes. Using the knife vertical, go around and cut out 2 shapes of his face. Place them on some baking paper. This is a step for later on. Mark out on the cake where his eyes begin and finish, and then you can start tapering down from the bottom on his chin and his cheeks, and also from the top of his eyes to his forehead. You can go around and smooth off the edges at the side, then fill it with your favorite flavoring, give it a crumb coat, place on the nose, make sure you go over that too, and then this is where you're going to finalize the basic shape of Spider-Man's face. Pop that into the fridge to set before you apply your fondant. This just helps with the removal if you make a mistake. Roll out your fondant, place it on. As you can see, I've used a light pink here. That's just going to help the airbrush color go on a little easier. Trim off the excess, roll it into a ball and smooth out your face. This just helps your fondant get a nice smooth finish. Go around the bottom, clean up any unsightly parts, and then you're onto airbrushing. If you don't have an airbrush, you can just use red fondant to roll it out, and then a light brushing over of black. Diluted black will give you the shadowing that you need. For the airbrush, I just used the Holiday Red and gave that a really generous coat so it was nice and shiny red. And then I added 2 drops of black and went around the side, giving one side of his face a shadow, and then go right around the edges of his face just to give it that illusion of illumination from the top corner of his face. Now for his eyes, you're going to cut out the eyes on the pattern. Cut them out a little bit bigger than they are, so I'd say probably 1/2 centimeter wider, and then smooth them down with your finger. Then using some black petal dust, go around and just gently gradiate that black into the center, because you don't want to color it, you just want to give it that shadow round effect. The easiest way to cut out his eyes is start with the middle piece and then go 1 centimeter around that, cut it out, leaving it all in one, and then remove the center. This will help stop your fondant from tearing or stretching out of shape. And then once you've removed the middle piece, smooth out any edges and clean it up. Place it over your white fondant and then gently manipulate it down and adhere it to the side of the white. This is just a slow process to get it nice and neat. Then I've put a line down the middle of his face with the piping to measure where his eyes would be. Place on the eyes until you're happy with where they're situated, and then you can continue painting the web just following the pattern. I've used a buttercream with a lot of black coloring. This isn't really going to affect the taste of your cake because it's such a minor part of the cake. Continue working the web all the way around. Just take your time with this. It's so easy to mess up the webbing, and because it's an airbrushed finish, you can't just wipe it off. It's got to be done the first time, and you can gently manipulate some corners, but the best advice I could give you is just be confident with it. If you do need to, you can gently scrape in some lines with a toothpick, giving you a guide of where to go, but make sure you cover them so you don't have these unsightly scratches around his face. Pipe on a beaded border, and there you go, you have your Spider-Man cake. I think you'll agree this is much better than the first one. And now comes the mushy stuff, where I thank you guys so much for just being a part of this journey. I've honestly loved every minute of it. I know my decorating skills have grown, and I hope I've brought you along with me. Thanks for checking it out. Please check out Kev's link in the description, and why not go check out the old Spider-Man cake for a laugh, just to see how far we've come. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you next time.